Hey, it's your local feral artist. If you're here to watch me paint blueberries. As you can see, we have a blank canvas ready to be filled in with paint, colors, and love. Please excuse me, I'm trying to adjust the camera as it is giving me grief. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna put in the background color, and then we're going to draw in those blueberries, and we're going to go for gold. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So we're going to paint this background like a navy blue color with a hint of green in there. We're gonna go for gold. So let's grab our phthalo blue. Full name is phthalocyanine, but nobody says that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get our burnt umber to make it this dark navy color. It'll be, the blue is dark as it is, but I want it to be dark. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab our 1-inch oval mop. It is very soft. It's perfect for blending. And that's what we're doing. We are going to blend in this background, this blue color. Honestly, I don't know if I have ever done a blue background. I don't know if I've ever done a blue background. It's probably why. I've done a plethora of paintings. The amount of paintings I have in my shed currently is a bit ridiculous. It is a bit ridiculous. I think it's some of that poison on there, make it easier to move around, spread that paint around. No, I was thinking blueberries, just exactly what I was going for. Oh, no, I feel about blueberries. I know I feel about blueberries. I want to love blueberries. You swear about blueberries, or blueberries are little. Okay, more blue. More blue. Okay, more blue. I feel the top quadrant of this painting. Whoa. Okay, cool. Not first layer in. We're gonna let that dry. We are going to paint in this background more blue. This tripod is giving me a lot of grief today. More blue. There's some green in there as well. So yeah, we are layering this blue color, trying to get a more richer, darker color for our background. So yes, this is also known as an acrylic brown. It basically helps give the painting its taste. So we're painting blueberries, and blueberries are blue, as is the name. We are going to play with that blue color in the background. That's what we are doing. All right, let's try and blue back. All right, we sketch in the blueberries. So these blueberries will be the prominent blueberries. We got some leaves here, got the stems, and then these will be the black background. I keep saying blackground. Black background blueberries. So we're gonna try pushing these back. It'll be interesting. Okay, so let's get our basic colors in. You're like, Liz, the blueberries are already blue. You're right. But if you look at blueberries, they're like a lightish blue. And they also have, like, if you ever look closely, they're kind of frosty looking. Like, they have some, like, white frostiness on it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's almost like a dusty white color. So I find it to be interesting. So let me know what you think. So we're just gonna paint in these blueberries. So blueberries have what looks like crowns to me. in the middle there. And it's a little bit darker than the rest of the blueberry. So we're going to keep that circle a darker blue color as it stands. And we're eventually going to paint in the blueberry crown, and you'll get what I'm saying once we start painting it in. Blueberry crown. Yeah. Just painting in these blueberries in nice light blue color, not like sky blue, but a nice light blue color. Got some glazing liquid in there just to help spread this color around. Help spread it around. Spread the love. Mixing that color again. And going for gold. So, art has been around for centuries. Art is a staple in human history. People have been drawing things since we were living in caves and saying ooga booga. And I just find that fascinating. I find art history to be really interesting. And I find art also to be interesting in that it is political. Art is political. I'm just painting blueberries, but I have a tendency to paint other things as well that aren't so PC. And it's political, right? So next time somebody says art isn't political, just show them a political cartoon. Just show them a political cartoon. Art has been political since the beginning. I have a nude series where I paint people in the nude. And that is inherently political. People just find the human form to be so scary. And it's really interesting to me. Because I find the human form to be fascinating. I love how unique every single one of us are. And the only people who have the same exact blueprint are twins, right? And it's so fascinating to me. So there's a lot to work with when it comes to art, when it comes to painting. There's so much uniqueness, so much diversity. And we should celebrate diversity. For the love of God, it's beautiful. Personally, I don't understand when people say they don't see color. Because that just doesn't make any sense. I see all the color, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Love the rainbow. Just love colors in general. Just love those colors in general. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Oh, we got a little political. That makes some of you uncomfortable. Okay, so we roughed in our blueberries. So we got those blue colors in. I'm going to throw in some of this green color just to get it in there. Let's talk about this leaf. Let's talk about it. What is this leaf's purpose? What is this leaf's purpose? Painting in the leaves. Okay, I'm gonna paint in these stems. All right. We got some color in, guys. Let's let that dry and we'll be back. Okay, so we got our blueberries in. We are going to make them more blueberry-like. So we're going to get our blue color. We're going to add a smidge more white. And we're going to get in the shape of this blueberry. We're going to talk about this blueberry. Just talk about it. And it's gradient. The light hits it at the top and it's bright, and it moves away and it gets darker. So that's what we're gonna do here. That's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about how the light bounces off these blueberries. So, talking about light and darkness in art is crucial. It is crucial. I mean, you can't paint what you see if you don't understand the light and darkness portion of what you're painting. We're getting that in, talking about that. All right, next question for the comments. Do you like blueberries? How do you feel about blueberries? Are blueberries your jam or are blueberries the devil? Let me know. My husband says blueberries are his jam. So just talking about these colors of blue on the blueberry. Okay, so we got that color in. Excellent. Now we're going to go to our blue color and we're going to throw some brown in there. We're going to throw some brown in there. It's going to give me a darker, richer blue color, and it's going to be awesome for the bottom of these blueberries. Yeah. So now we got three different colors of blue in here. We're talking about these blueberries like it means something. They're real. That's what we're going for. Beautiful. Yeah, let's talk about these blueberries. You see the gradient colors. You see it coming together. Very slowly but surely. Beautiful. So directionality matters in this instance as you want to portray which way this fruit is facing. So in doing so, you create these shadows using directionality. Directionality. So it seems like, oh, I missed this. Missed this blueberry. Missed this. Goodness right here. Yeah. Awesome. So we put our light and darkness onto our blueberries. Adding this little here. And it's beautiful. So we got that in. We're going to let that dry so more blueberries. All right. So we blocked in our different blue gradient colors. Like how blue it looks. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to use just phthalo blue as a glaze. So I'm going to get my gloss glazing liquid. Sorry, it sprayed all over my palette. Just a little bit of blue. We're going to get gloss glazing liquid and we're just going to glaze over these blueberries to make them seem more blue. Not gonna get rid of my lighter color, but I might go into it a little bit. This will just make it feel more blueberry. It'll make it seem juicy. And it'll just overall improve the composition of the work. That's what we're going for. I didn't put any shadows on this one. Let's throw some shadows on this guy. Let's take it down here. There's some shadows in there, some here. Yeah, just laziness blue color. Not trying to take away what we've been, we're just enhancing what we've already done. So let's give that blueberry some stuff. The blue about blue is already kind of transparent. So my apple using it enhances that transparency. We're getting this awesome blue. Okay, we're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna start painting this blueberry crown. Okay. So now we're going to get the crowns in. We're going to get the little blueberry crowns in. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to put in these crowns. Make it seem more blueberry-esque. Look at that. Look how cute that is. I love it. Little blueberry crowns. So we're just sketching in the crown. We're gonna get the basic shape in. And then we're gonna let it dry. Think about its life. And then we're gonna go in and take care of these middle portions of the blueberry. Because they're interesting. And it's important to the piece. So we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I have a Stay Wet palette by Masterson. Essentially, it's a sponge with special paper that helps drastically slow down the drying time of the acrylic paint on the palette. So much so that like it has a lid and I can save my paint for a couple days. And I just got yellow ochre all over this. It's okay. It's okay. Accidents happen. You can always paint over it. You can always get rid of it. You can always fix it. It's okay. That was probably the scariest part to me when I started painting, was being worried about what would happen if I made a mistake. How do I fix a mistake? And the art Sherpa, God bless her soul, helped me understand how to fix my mistakes in acrylic art. So it's possible. There's just the straight up wiping method, like I just showed you, where you accidentally put paint on your canvas and you can just wipe it off. There's the paint over it option, where typically you use white and you just paint over what you messed up. It's like whiteout, basically. It's like whiteout. So yeah, there's many different ways to fix a mistake. And like Bob Ross says, there's no mistakes but happy accidents. And while I do believe that to be true, sometimes the happy accident needs to be discussed again and changed. So it happens. But c'est la vie. Que sera, sera, that is life. Mistakes happen. But the best thing you can do from mistakes is learn from them and try not to do it again. Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit more philosophical in this which is fun for me. Okay, so we've painted in the structure of the crowns. It's definitely just a sketch. We're not there yet. We're gonna let that dry and come back. So let's talk about these crowns some more. Let's fill in these crowns, talk about them. We're gonna get some phthalo blue. We're gonna get some white. We're gonna make a light blue. Make a light blue. We're gonna discuss these crowns. We're gonna go in here, talk about them, see what they're up to, ask them what they're doing, see if we can help. Look at that. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. So I was looking up art history facts for fun. And there is a man called Jason DeCaries, and he does sculptures. Not just any sculptures. Underwater sculptures. So he creates these sculptures and he basically has a museum underwater full of these sculptures. And that is so cool because it helps the ocean. It helps with reefs. It helps with coral life. It helps with sea life. And that is just the coolest thing to me ever, that art can be applied practically to help the environment. Like, how crazy is that? Highly encourage you to look up his work. Really interesting stuff. I mean, it's like life-size sculptures at the bottom of the ocean. Really cool stuff. Really interesting. Just painting in these crowns, talking about these crowns. I didn't look up the purpose of the blueberry crown, but I'm going to, and then I'll let you know what I find. Because I'm sure there's an evolutionary reason. Everything that grows has a purpose. And if it doesn't have a purpose, it doesn't last very long. So another crazy thing about art is typically artists don't get recognized until after they pass away. Which happens to be upsetting and sad. Is that what I'm saying? Shows the reason I mentioned it. Alrighty. We got the ground. You can keep putting this in. Keep on. What's hard to do? Alright. Go over to the top. I think my favorite thing about painting art, or just finding art in general, is like you see it as an aspect of it. Just how like you can run into your art and you don't have to face reality. It's probably the best thing about it, in my humble opinion. You're almost there. Keep trying in there with me. Come on, knees low. We're gonna do that. Okay, standing at these crowns. Alright, take a step back. Start with in there. Alright, let's let it out. Okay, we are going to discuss these crowns even further. We are going to discuss these crowns. Okay, let's do it. So I looked up why the crowns are a thing. It's just a structural thing. It's just how it grew. And typically they have 5 points, and mine have more than that. So mine aren't realistic, but I am pretty whimsical. So in my world, these are accurate, and you can fight me about it. Okay. So I'm going to make. So we are going to talk about the inside of this, but I'm just gonna paint it all the way in, and then put in a little tiny circle dot. Tiny circle dot. we're gonna talk about it. We are. One little thing at a time. Talk about this crown shape some more. Talk about these colors some more. Just nature is so cool. It's so neat. It's crazy how things have evolved. It's absolutely insane. And if you, quote, don't believe in evolution, I don't understand. Not really something you believe in, it's kind of just something that is. For example, I don't necessarily believe in gravity, but I know it's there. Just getting these little star shapes in, getting these little crown pieces in, talking about the structure. As an artist, I view things so much differently now. I see things in different shades of color. I see things as light bounces off of them, as shadow bounces off of them. I see things differently. Whenever I look at clouds, all I can think of is how freaking complicated it is to paint clouds. You're like, Liz, clouds are easy. You don't know anything if you think clouds are easy. Either that or you know quite a bit about clouds and you're actually a professional. That all to say, clouds in my wheelhouse are very difficult for me. It's an abstract thing and it's not easy. But it's not going to stop me. No sirree Bob, I'm not going to stop painting clouds. Speaking of clouds, I might just do a landscape for my next video. Landscapes are fun. Probably do a little ocean scene. I live in Washington State, so I'm pretty darn close to the ocean. Got a beach about half a mile away from me. Visit it semi-regularly. Love to watch the ocean, the waves. It's so calming. Although, get me on a boat and I need drama. That's a different story. I prefer to stay on the ground. I'm afraid of heights and I get seasick. I prefer Earth as it is. I don't think we need to get fancy about it. So I'm terrified of heights. But I have a bucket list. And on my bucket list, I put skydiving. Not too long ago, I want to say about 5 years ago, I went skydiving. And I will never, ever, ever do it again. I was terrified. I immediately got sick. I felt so bad for my instructor. But I did it. Faced my fears and I did it. But I ain't gonna do it again. Okay, so we got the crowns in. We got the little support in. We're gonna let this dry and we'll be right back. We are going to talk about the crowns even further. So it's basically like a little pit. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get these pits oriented. Okay. Yeah, so we're just painting blue around the pit. Painting blue around the pit, we're going to define this area as being in shadow. Define it as being in shadow. and blue, right? Because it's a blueberry. We're going to talk about it in the sense of blue. So, I grew up in Las Vegas, so the Blue Men Group is very prominent to me in my life. It's just entertaining fun, really, but every time I paint blue, I just think of the Blue Man Group, and it makes me want to paint my body in blue and bang the drums. Okay, excellent. So we got that pit in, we got it showing that there is shadow. We are going to paint in this ring of shadow. So we're going to get our phthalo blue and burnt umber. We're going to make a darker color, and we're going to paint the shadow around the shadow. Let's get more detailed with it. Make it seem like there's a divot here. Make it seem like this little part is deeper in shadow. That's what we're going for. Using a size 0 detail brush. And I'm going to tell you right now, the sizing of paintbrushes are not universal. Okay? They're not universal. So when I say this paintbrush is size 0, it could be a completely different number to a different company. And I find that to be super frustrating that they don't use universal sizing in their paintbrushes. Because why not? Por qué no, Maria? It doesn't make any sense to me. So, you know, if you have an in with these cool painting companies, can you ask them like what the deal is? Can you reach out? I might just send an angry letter, but I don't think that'll do anything. Okay, look at that pit. Now it looks more crownish. Now it seems like it's alive. Okay, excellent. We're gonna let this dry, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I feel like we painted out the highlights a little bit, so we're gonna paint those back in. We're gonna talk about the highlights. We're gonna get our phthalo blue, and we're gonna get some white. We're gonna make a very light blue color, like a sky blue, just very light. And we're gonna talk about the light bouncing off of these blueberries, because that's exactly what's happening. The light is prominent around these blueberries. Oh! Okay, well, honestly, that wasn't terrible. That could have been worse, and we're gonna actually just go for it. We're just gonna let that happen. It had its moment, and we're gonna let it have its moment. So, painting in the highlight of these blueberries, indicating that the light is bouncing off of them. Just getting in the zone. Excuse me. Getting in the blueberry zone. Blueberry. Oh yeah. Ugh, that's so cool. It's just so fun to watch paintings come to life. It's so fun to me to see art applied practically. Oh yeah. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. Let's talk about it. So So again, if you're watching this and you made it this far, I really appreciate it. The stage direction stays hard, but that is all. Really, super appreciate much. Like, so really appreciate your attention. Videos are longer than your average. It's a movie, really. But I highly recommend playing it in the background, playing it to you while I eat. Just like a calming experience. I don't like to play TV shows in the background, it's like a waste of it. I think it's a good video. I don't want to say like it's because, you know, I don't know you. But it's just so calming, and so just doing so. Just sharing love art. Beautiful, that coming to life. These blueberries just popping out with this canvas. Sure, just curious, that's why I haven't discussed these guys yet. We're gonna get it, okay, we're gonna get it, we're just not good. So, honestly, trying to figure out how to make blueberries appear in the background, not be common. Not easy task for editing, easier for photography, not so much for me. Okay, so now let's start with blueberries. I feel like about that. Let's let that try and move that. We are going to talk about highlights even further. We are going to discuss these highlights. We're going to get our blue and white mix, and we're going to add some more white. More white, so it's even brighter. We're going to go back up here, and we're going to add that brighter light blue to the mix. Oh yeah. We're not taking away what we just put in, we are enhancing it. We are creating the illusion that light is hitting this blueberry around the crown. Pretty neat. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty interesting. So I'm an introvert. I'm not I'm not an extrovert. This is a bit difficult for me just talking for an hour straight about art. I mean, of all things, this is the best thing to talk about, in my humble opinion. But you know, I am not much of a talker, so this is interesting to me, for sure. For sure. So, I don't know, what do you talk about? What should I say? Yeah, you using the highlight back into our blueberry, trying to find these features, trying to make it seem brighter and juicier. You want these to seem juicy, right? You want blueberries to seem juicy and edible. That's what we want. Okay, so we got our highlight in. Sprinkle that right, and we got. Sweet. So we've talked about the highlights. We discussed the highlights, but I feel like we kind of painted out the shadow. So we're going to go back in and paint in the shadow, because light is nothing without shadow and vice versa. It's just facts. Don't yell at me. La-di-da. Painting in the shadow. Painting in the shadow. And we are using our phthalo blue and burnt umber mix for a deeper shadow. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's paint in these stars. Speaking of stars, do you know that you're made of stardust? You know that you're made up of the same materials that stars are made out of? So you are indeed a star. You're beautiful. You can fight me all you want about it, but it's true. Just getting these shadows in. Getting these shadows in. Trying to make it feel like it's real. While I'm rhyming and singing, this is wild. I have a tendency to sing when I'm happy, and I have a tendency to sing when I'm painting, because I'm always happy when I'm painting, so. They all tracks. Beautiful. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. If you're interested in seeing more content from Liz, check out my art, I recommend checking out my TikTok. Just start after workshop, all the links in the bio or something. Yeah, people are checking it out, and maybe even following me, are people, really trying to monetize my art. It's not easy to record such a it's not easy to monetize it. So really the only way I can do is make it just doing my following. Okay, so got our shadows in, we got our highlights in, I need to put that right, and we got. Beautiful. So, we talked about the highlights, we talked about the shadow, but I feel like we're missing just our regular blue color. So we're gonna go in with phthalo blue and just a tiny little bit of white, just a little bit of white, just to make it blue. Okay. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna talk about this blue color. This blue color needs to be here. We want you to feel like it's a blueberry, for God's sake. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna talk about this blue color. Excellent. Alright, just mixing my colors again, getting this nice blue color. Go in and talk about it. That's what I want. This is exactly what I want. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay, and that blue in. Say that blue in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Take a excellent. Okay. We are going to talk about these leaves. It's time to talk about these leaves. So they're pretty dark, actually. So we're gonna get this green color in here. Talk about the leaves. Because blueberries have leaves. And they're cute. Cute leaves. We gotta talk about it. And you probably noticed I removed the chalk lines. So that's good. We're gonna talk about these background blueberries. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna get my phthalo blue and just a smidge of white, some glazing liquid. We're gonna talk about these blueberries that are here in the background, but not as prominent. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're talking about all these blueberries that are in the background, but not as prominent. Okay, so we got the additional blueberries in there. Trying to decide what I want to do next. Why don't we let that dry and we'll come back. Beautiful. Excellent. So, we're going to talk about these background blueberries again. We're going to use our phthalo blue and brown mix. Get an ultra blue, dark blue color. Dark blue. Something, something dark side. Sorry. Yeah. Look at those dark berries. Dark berries in the shadows. Dark berries. Oh no. I've had a little bit too much water, and so it's dripping. We're just gonna wipe that away. We're gonna get a towel and we're just gonna wipe it away. We don't need you here, sir. Okay, excellent. So now we are defining our background blueberries a little bit more. Now I'm gonna do a crazy thing. I'm going to white line my blueberries. I'm gonna do it. So let's go for gold. This way it makes the berry pop. Makes it pop. a better detail brush. We'll use our size 0, which is meaningless. This just helps us define our berries further. It helps us see our berries. Like that. Fine, okay. Sweet. Got it outlined. We're gonna let it dry. Excellent. We've defined our blueberries. We've made them pop. We've decided that they are there, and it's great. So we're gonna start talking about these leaves. We're gonna paint these in again, our green color. Nice and beautiful green color. This is phthalo green. Just some nice green color. That's what we're gonna do. Excellent. And then we're gonna talk about these stems. Let's talk about these stems and what they're doing. Because we got stems. They're a boot. Right? They're around. They're holding the shindig together. Okay, so we did that. We're gonna get some yellow into our phthalo green mix. Into our phthalo green mix. And we're gonna make it a light green. And we're gonna talk about the veining of this leaf. Let's talk about the veining of this leaf. Let's discuss it. So, I mean, it's a leaf, it branches out, right? Talk about the veins. Yeah. I'll talk about these stems again. Brighten these guys up. Make them more prominent. Okay, so we discussed the leaves. I'm actually going to go back and we're going to talk about these background blueberries. I'm going to get some blue and brown and make a dark blueberry color. We're going to go back in and just make some more dark blueberries. I feel like we're missing some. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so we talked about the leaves. We talked about the background blueberries. Gonna let it dry and we'll be back. Excellent. So, we're gonna talk about these leaves again. We're gonna talk about them again. You're like, Liz, I feel like we've talked about them enough. I don't think so. I don't think so. We're gonna use our glazing liquid. And we're gonna define this vein even further. That's what we gonna do. That's right. Because it's here and it deserves to be seen and heard. Just like the blueberries. Okay? Whoa. Oh yeah. That's green color, alright. You know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna add in even more leaves. I feel like there's not enough leaves. That's how I'm feeling. We're gonna put in even more leaves. Because if this is truly on the stem still, then it's full of leaves. There's, oh no, there's leaves a boot. You get paint. The hazards of working with paint, unfortunately, is you're gonna get covered in paint. Sure, there's paint on my face. This is part of the reason why I'm not showing my face. Because I'm 90% sure I have paint on my face. Don't ask me how it happens, I couldn't tell you. Literally have no idea. Okay, so we're gonna let those leaves dry. Ooh, I want to put another leaf in the bottom corner. That'll be fun. Leaf. Okay, sorry, that was fun. We're talking about these leaves. Talking about these leaves, and we're also gonna talk about these crowns. I looked at reference in there. It's different than this. We're gonna get this. Like what? There's basically two we can use. You want to see a picture of them? Basically, like stick on stick. That helps. Like, you're not thing. No, you'll call the thing. I should probably get something. But the amount of use on the part is ridiculous because my return investment is 0. So pretty dismal. Pretty dismal. But I'm not doing this for capitalism. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to like it. I'm doing this to stay sane. Alright? Well, no, you're just well, no. Words on no. Just these crowns again. Like I said, they're right. This is it. So that's more than one more. I'm gonna bring this out here. Okay, excellent. Okie dokie. We're gonna talk about the highlights of these blueberries again. We're gonna talk about them again because I feel like they need to be discussed thoroughly. So let's grab our light blue color mixture. And I don't think all of them need this, but I think a couple just need a little bit of redefining. Redefine your highlights. Okay. Now we're going to talk about these highlights, not about just the actual blueberry. Okay, bring it our blue color, just a smidge of white, bring it back in, and put some blue in, just some straight blue. Talk about blueness of blueberry. Because we talk about lights, darkness, shadows, all day, we're going to have a color. Okay. Doesn't mean excellent. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Excellent. Okay. We're going to talk about the shadows again. We're going to talk about the shadows again. Just on a few of these blueberries where we kind of lost the shadow. Kind of lost it. So we gotta think about it again. Let's think about these shadows again. How important they are. Okay. This is doing wonders for mental health. This is great. Look at this blueberry. Look at these blueberries. Okay, okay. Now we're gonna talk about these leaves we need to talk about. We're gonna talk about. Oh, we got green. We're gonna paint in leaf again. Got the green, paint in leaf. Paint in leaf. Okay. Now we're gonna get small round. This one can be another 5 round. But again, it means nothing. So it's arbitrary nonsense. Define things with these leaves. Yeah. Make those leaves hot. Make them hot. Beautiful. Okay. Now look at that. Beautiful. We are almost done, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're gonna put in the final highlights of these blueberries. The final highlights. So we're gonna get our brightest blue color and go for it. Like, Liz, that looks white. I know, it's just ever so slightly tinted with blue. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these highlights. Beautiful. All right, beautiful people, we are going to sign this, and we're gonna sign it with a green color, light green color. We're gonna sign it down here. Really appreciate you if you stuck it out this long. Let me know what you think of the blueberries in the comments, and I hope you have the best day. Love you, bye.